Welcome everyone. Today we are going to do a reading, a past life reading, which I'm now calling Who Was I? Who Was I in a Past Life? And I do these readings to help us see, what happened in a past life that has moved into this lifetime. So a lot of times it may be like our own karma that we didn't pay off. So boom, it comes to this lifetime. So we want to know, or we have issues on certain things and we don't know why. This is a great tool for that. So, all signs. This deck is called Past Life Oracle Guidebook. Past Life Oracle by Doreen Virtue, who I believe is no longer a reader. Right? Okay. But, honestly, I feel like once I buy cards, once I use the cards, they're infused with my energy. So they just feel like my cards. That's why I always have a hard time remembering my decks. Okay. Just quiet your mind. Listen to the sound of the shuffle. Just think about going back. We have baby. We have love life. Right off the bat, I'm getting a feeling, and I'm going to get different messages for different people, but right this second, I'm getting a feeling that someone may have had a baby out of wedlock, and probably in the times, I'm just going by the babies in a basket, going by that time period. I feel like, wasn't looked, it wasn't, what's the word I want? We have lessons and blessings. Lessons and blessings. Time, there's a timepiece there. Beautiful timepiece. That could ring a bell for someone. Love life has some beautiful roses. And then the baby. The baby looks fine. Looks healthy. I don't know. I feel the baby feels loved or is loved. And I feel like there's two people who definitely love this baby. But at the same time, I'm feeling, I don't know, like almost like I have to hide the baby. Okay. I think I'm going to leave that with these. And we may read this at the end. I normally don't, because I'm really going by the feeling. Let's bring in the Tarot of Dreams. And let's go deeper. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the Palace of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. I just tell you that for, I know there's a lot of tarot readers who, they want to know, like, what were those cards, Sandy? So, Ten of Pentacles. Lessons and blessings, all in time. We have the Four of Pentacles. We have the Six of Pentacles. You know, I get the feeling that there were, let's just say, two people who definitely loved each other. But I don't think that they were, you know, I can say that they were together because I definitely feel there's this deep love for each other. But maybe one was tied to another. I feel like, of course, it would be the female who got pregnant. Now, I feel like this is in a time period when, you know, if you're pregnant and single, because I do feel this person is probably single and the other person may be married. But even all that aside, it's just like having a baby out of wedlock is, you know, was really looked down upon, frowned down upon. And I know it's, to this day, in a way, it still is. But in this time period, it feels, you know, like almost like I have to hide it. And I feel like at the same time, it's almost like I have to hide this love. I feel like, you know, it's like, you know, I feel like the woman feels like she is, I don't want to say living on the streets, but, you know, is counting every penny, every shilling. Everyone means something, right? Hard to get through the day. But then the man, this, you know, it would have to be a woman and man because they get pregnant. It feels like he is someone who may be well off. Because I feel it's like this man helps this woman. You know, I feel like eventually this man gives this woman a home. And even though it's her home, it's like their home. But again, he's attached to someone else. It's probably what the Ten of Pentacles is that we saw. So, you know, boy, what a shame, right? Because I definitely feel the love between these two. And I definitely feel the love over the baby, but at the same time, well, look at this. Hello, lovers. And that is exactly the type of love I was feeling, like just how they are. They're, you know, how they're naked and exposed and can't get close enough. That's the type of love I feel. They're soulmates. They're twins. It just so happens card of Gemini, by the way. But hello, it's also the year of the lovers. This may talk about, you know, we may be talking about the past to help you in this future. You know, because we are moving into the year of the lovers. Here it is. All right. Well, we have the sun. And I have to tell you, the sun has been coming out a lot lately at my table. And then look at this. We have the Four of Wands. 4 and the 4. You know, this is the marriage card. You know, why doesn't this man leave his wife to be with this one? Because they're, I know this sounds so egotistical, but it's not, but that's not how it's meant. It's just the times. Because his status, let's say in life, is higher than hers. So for him, you know, it's more than just leaving the wife. And however, maybe, but this may be what was unfinished in the same breath. Because I feel like it's talking about you, for us in this lifetime, about love and commitment, moving into the year of the lovers. You know, giving birth to your love life and allowing it to happen, however it's going to happen. Okay, well, let's keep going. We have the Queen of Pentacles. I'm not going to read her in anything in reverse, though. Can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You know, it's almost like this queen is seeing, like she's seeing the truth of the matter. She's starting to understand. I feel this is current energy. I feel like it's all reading together, but this really is the past life, let's say, but how it's affecting us now. We have the world. The next chapter. It's about to begin, coming right under the 6. Exactly the year that we're moving in. Why I'm feeling pulled more and more and more to do these different types of readings. Like, I don't know, I've been doing a lot of like different type of readings. But I feel like it's like I almost feel like my job is to help you see your past, to see how it's affecting your present, therefore it's going to affect your future. You know, I almost feel like I take that on as like this is what, and I'm learning also. Anyways, the next chapter. You know, the sun is a beautiful energy to be here because, especially when it's coming right under blessings. So maybe whatever this lesson is, I learn it and then boom, here comes the blessing. The world. The next chapter includes the lovers. Okay, I really do not want to take this many, but we'll go ahead. All right, we have the 5 of Swords. You know, that's probably the lesson. The lesson is learning what's toxic to me. Really, this is something we must learn. Like what's expanding my world, and really what is holding me back. This can even be your own thoughts, you know, your own, you know, perspective and how you see things. This talks about change. 5, 2021. We're in it. We're ending it. So this energy, you know, I feel like what you should say to yourself is, I just don't have any place for that any longer in my life. Like, here is the sun. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands coming under the 4 of Wands. We have the 3 of Cups. We have the Page of Swords. Trying to do this a little faster. We have the Six of Wands, energy of victory. You know, being victorious over, first of all, 5 to the 6, right? We move from the 5 to the 6, exactly what the 5 is asking for, change. And then this tells you that you can and you will successfully do it. The 6 is the ability to claim victory. You know, it's mirrored by the sun. And then we have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Six of Cups with her. Queen of Cups can be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It doesn't have to be at all. Six of Cups can be. You know, it's definitely someone from the past, because that's what it's talking about here. This is definitely a love reading. There's no other way to look at it. It is a love reading, and I do feel the Six of Cups is talking about that. You know, this Queen's looking right at the 6, and I like that. And again, it's a 6. 2022. She's looking right at it. She's holding a cup in her hand. You know, it's almost like she's getting married. I don't know. I kind of feel like for some reason I look at her and I feel like she's got like this wedding gown on. But she doesn't. Her dress is made of gold. She's been through it, right? She's been through the ringer. But, you know, she's got her eye on the prize. She's got her eye on the prize. And I feel like that's what this reading is about. It's talking about a love that was a very deep love. And it couldn't, you know, like how it couldn't be. I mean, it was. Trust me. It doesn't really tell us, do these people come together? I really don't believe they do, to be honest. Because it almost feels like it can't be. But I feel like the love continues, at least for as long as, because, you know, everything I'm feeling is like the baby. You know, this can even talk about you may be the baby, and this may be your parents' story. You know what I mean? And there may be a lesson in that, but that's the thing. There's a lesson here. And when we figure out the lesson and understand it, comprehend it, then the world opens up the next chapter. Well, right off the bat, it's telling us there's a blessing. The sun is illuminating that. The sun is that energy of the inner child and feeling excited, and it's sitting right next to the lovers, right? That connection that is just like, oh, I can't have it with another. Doesn't mean I can't have great love with another, but this is different. It just is. So, you know, this page could certainly be the energy of some type of communication. Some of you could be writing your own story. I feel that all the time. Like writing your own story. I feel like this reading today was about maybe helping you to see certain things that you can clear. And that's what this year is all about, clearing, right? It's the year of the Hierophant. Hierophant says, you know, are you living in your belief system, or are you living in another's? Are you living their life, or are you living your own life? You following your passion? Okay, what's on the bottom of the deck? Well, 4 of Cups, I'm not doing much. I'm not doing much. 4 of Cups, you know, it means use your spiritual discernment as it relates to really anything emotional. But I also feel the energy of like the daydreaming, wanting this cup. And maybe you do need to understand certain things. So, you know, because I feel like if you can understand, like when I'm feeling this man who loves this woman with every fiber of his being, but his status and being married and having, and there's a family. I can feel it, like a family. And I feel like well off, does well. I don't know. Well, does well enough that he can afford to then pay his lover's rent. You know, but eventually that's just not going to be enough for her, right? It's not going to be enough. No matter how much you love someone, right? It's like, I can love you, but let's look at this a different way too. I don't feel in any way do I need to force anything, right? I just need to be open to it. And I feel like the sun gives you any illumination you need over what lessons. Five of Swords right below it. Can I overcome it? Yes, you can. And by the way, we have the Four of Wands here. This queen, you know, it's like her blindfold is off. She sees life as it really is. She understands as it really is. She's a great communicator. I feel like there's something to be celebrated. Something's going to be celebrated also. Some of you, maybe you're having a baby. Maybe you're having a baby out of wedlock. Maybe you question the love. I feel like the love is like very strong. Circumstances are different though, right? Like my love can be so strong, however the circumstances, like I can never be with that person. Eventually I need more. It's kind of what I feel like this woman ended up saying. And I feel like that may have been where it was left. And I feel like that broke his heart. You know, this isn't the, like, I want my cake and eat it too type of energy, though, like, in today's energy, like, you know, us females, you know, we don't even put it, well, she only put up for it for so long, too, though. All right, we have the Five of Cups. Interesting. So, you know what I feel like? I feel like this is the longing of that, you know, maybe it's like my soul remembers that love. And therefore it's like I have this longing within me, and, you know, maybe I don't even know why. The Five of Cups, first of all, it's a five, so let's talk about that. Again, change, right? This talks about where I put my focus. Some of you, you know, I have to say, you may have lost a baby, and this is nothing I'm predicting is happening. This would have happened. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like, because I feel like babies coming in are like soulmate babies. Anyways, in this Five of Cups, it's the energy of where is my focus, and my focus in there is all that I have lost. You know, my mind, my heart goes to the cups that have been knocked over, don't have clarity in them. Maybe not all of them need clarity, I don't know. But really what I want you to do is stop and think about that. Like, am I you know, am I so focused on what I have lost that I stop believing in that something else can be? You know what I mean? It's you looking at life differently. Yes, I have lost. But you know, I feel like that's when you just say to God, or your guide, just like, take the wheel for a little bit. Help guide me. Help guide me in the right direction. I feel lost. Like I feel emotionally lost. I'm looking for something I can't seem to find. And I feel like you'll be guided. I know you'll be guided. Not like I feel like it. I know it. Look at this. With the Lovers again. How interesting. Look at this connection, guys. Okay. Well, you know what? I feel like the female in this past life, just fast forwarding, I do feel like, it did come to an end with this lover, because I feel like, she just, I don't know, she just couldn't continue to live in that energy. But I do feel like this is saying she became successful in her own right. So it's like our guides wanting to give us conclusion on that. Like in her own right, she became successful. Okay, now beyond that, interesting. We have the Lovers again, right? We have the Eight of Wands, fast moving energy. This is all wrapped around the love life. We have hello, spark. There's the spark, right? Somebody just lit the match. Boom. And then we have the Four, look at this, the Four of Pentacles on the Four of Wands. 444. 444. And I know there's another 4. We're getting a lot of 4s and 5s, 6s. Anyway, let's read this. So here I am. Let's go back a second. Let's talk about this lifetime. Here I am. For some, it's like you are focusing on what you've lost. Completely understandable. And maybe it is someone, from the past. Maybe it is someone you've never even met yet. But it's like there's this longing. And how interesting that, boom, here is the Lovers. I feel like a lot of people want to be in committed relationships next year. And I don't feel anything forced. I feel like what's meant to be will be. Like, I already know, like, relationships that aren't meant to be, like, it's going to be very clear. And if it's meant to be, like, I feel there's a lot of healing in that also. This is talking about quite a special connection that, was dealt kind of like a lousy hand. Whoa. Okay, we'll take them. It's like, I was going to make this short and sweet. We have the Wheel. Destiny. We have the Strength card. I feel like it again. We have Strength card again. Did I not see that somewhere? Look at this. I have to tell you something. I just did a reading. What was it? What did I just do? It was a reading for all signs. And the Strength card and the Sun came out like this. Similar to that. And then I did a twin flame reading right before that. And I mean days in between, but the same thing. The Sun and the Strength card keep coming out together. It's like double Leo, by the way. And I know it's one of my guides, but I don't know. I recognize that I see it. I see it happening over and over again. That's why I was thinking, it's like I thought the Strength card was here, and then here it is. Okay, we have the Four of Cups. It's like 4 cups is kind of like I'm allowing myself to sit in the energy of the 5 swords. Though I'm dreaming of a better life. you know, a better love, that type of thing. But yet I'm kind of, that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of sitting in it. Some of you, I don't know. Well, let's keep going. We have the Three of Pentacles. Coming over the Knight of Wands. We have the Queen of Swords. Interesting. Coming over the Three of Cups and the Queen of Wands. I feel like I saw two other queens together. Anyway, we have the King of Cups. Go a little quicker here. We have the Two of Wands, which really is kind of the ending of the reading. The Two of Wands is saying yes to this journey. I feel like giving you the understanding you need, and then if you like this queen looking right at this Six of Cups, you know, Six of Cups is like, you know, sometimes you have memories and you're like, did that really happen? You have dreams and you're like, why did it feel so real? You know, I feel like that's your past lives. It's your higher self. Like, it's like we've been here, you know. So, you know, pay attention to all that. But this queen is like, you know, she's completely and totally open. And she's thinking about the joyous, you know, this is joyous energy. And then we have a lot of energy of, like, some of you could be moving, like, back to a hometown. This, you know, well, let's see what else we have. We have the Ten of Swords. And then look at that. We have the Devil. But the Devil's in reverse. Now, we're not really reading reversals, but I kind of feel that. So, you know, Ten of Swords and the Devil together. Ooh, difficult energy. That is the card of Capricorn, by the way, the Devil. And it does talk about, you know, our shadow. And our shadow is always going to be there. And everyone has that, right? But this can also be the energy of feeling tied to something. Ten of Swords tells me it's almost like, you know, like I take these swords time after time after time after time after time, right? Excuse me. They just keep coming. I keep expecting them, and they keep showing up. However, you know, this is how they came. So this may be the freedom of this energy that wants to, you know, keep you, what's the word I want to use? Keep you tied, right? I feel like this is like the freeing, if you allow yourself, right? It's like if you cut your ties to whatever you feel bound to, that you're really not, like, be really real with yourself. I feel like that will turn this Ten of Swords upside down, which allows those swords to drop out. You know, this doesn't even fit in this reading, but it's here. So I want you to understand that. I feel like it's part of the lesson, right? These 10 swords, you know, they came one after another, after another, after another, after another. And now this person's just laying there. I'm used to them. You keep throwing those swords at me, I'm used to them. You know, but as you're laying there, it's like this dreaming of another life, another way, right? And it's all possible. That's the thing. That's what this is saying. Like, it's all possible. And here, in our past life, it wasn't finished, so to speak. It didn't have the opportunity to be finished. I don't know if it gets finished in this lifetime. I guess that's going to be up to you. But there is a lot of energy of, you know, moving out of that Five Swords and taking one step forward towards, you know, this queen, the Lovers. Holy shit. Excuse my language. You know, the Ace of Wands, inspiration. Here's the blessing coming in the sun's energy. You know, this cup right here is touching the sun, which is connected to this ace. So it's almost like this cup, which is like in my mind, it's like right there. It's right over there, right? Is boom, the ace of wands brings it to me. It becomes so. When? Well, the lovers are both lover cards are sharing the Eight of Wands, fast moving energy. Also, what I think about, I bring about. Both lover cards are also sharing love life. They're both sharing it. They're both sharing the Strength card, which talks about our inner strength to get through what we need to get through. And then the Wheel. You know, what's destiny? What's karmic? What's free will? This is free will. This Four of Cups sitting over this Five of Swords, where I'm not really doing anything to better anything. That's free will, right? That's free will, because I feel the inspiration can be there. It probably is there. And I feel like the minute you look for it, you'll find it. And this may just talk about a path that is opening up for 2022, probably for many people. But this seemed very clear to me. Why do I have a card over here? Oh, these two cards. Look, I just kind of threw them down. Oh, here's the Four of Wands over here, too. What's under it? The Three of Pentacles. By the way, you have the Three of Pentacles over here. You know, there could be elements of past lives, or even just past life that, and what I'm talking about is like, because I think that our guides wanted to make it very clear that this woman in this story became something of her own, something of herself. Is that the word I'm looking for? She made something of herself, put it that way. And it does feel self-made. Now, I feel like maybe she had some type of gift or craft, some type of talent that she used to help her along the way. And I'm saying that because I see the Three of Pentacles and I see the Three of Pentacles. And for some of you, this could be, you know, like I almost feel like, you know, maybe she was in a trio, you know, like they harmonized. Did you guys watch The Voice, a girl named Tom? Oh my God, it was so good. And that's what I'm feeling like. For some, it may be something like that. So it feels like there's a talent, there's something that you carry, and maybe you carry it with you every life. And wow, think about that. There's a lot of wisdom wrapped up in that. So I feel like if you're guided towards something in your creative house, follow that. If you choose, but I feel like you should, because I feel like it could take you to places you can't even imagine. Like, honest to God, I never could have imagined 20 years ago that I would have a YouTube channel doing tarot. I was the opposite. I was a manager of a gym and a spa, and I was busy. You know, had to leave in the morning and come home late at night and do it all again the next day. Boy, do I not miss it. Now, I loved it I loved it in a way, but in the same breath, and that's what I'm feeling for some, like, you may find yourself on a completely different path that you never expected. Some of you, I feel like, you know, the lover's energy can even come in. You know, it's funny because I said, can we make things happen quicker? And I think yes, if we concentrate on ourselves and what brings us a sense of joy, because it kind of like cracks you open. And when it cracks you open, it's like what wants to find you can then find you. And I think I'm going to leave it there. This is a little bit longer. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not apologizing for the time. I told one of you that I would not do that anymore. But this got a lot more in depth than I thought it was going to, I have to say. So, interesting that really we end the reading at the Two of Wands. Do I take that step into my, I don't know, what could be magical. Doesn't mean it won't have its challenges, but if you have your eye set on it, you know, if you have your, what did I say about that queen? Like she's got her mind set of what it is, where she's going, how she's doing, and I don't mean like a set plan, because she's also water, so fluidity. Excuse me. Um, and then we do have the King of Cups down here. It's funny because I just realized we do have the Queen, we have the King, and it's coming over this Page of Swords. This could talk about, in some way, communication coming in from this King to this Queen. And listen, she may have willed it. He may have willed it. Maybe they both did. Maybe that's why we're seeing like duplicate numbers all over like the Lovers twice. Hello. We're lucky to see it once in a reading, and it being on the love life, and it being attached to the wheel. You know, it's funny how we think certain things are meant to be, and then life moves us out of them somehow, and then we end up into truly what feels like it's meant to be, and we look back and think, wow, I could have swore at that time that or that person was my everything. Wow, what was I thinking? You know, remember those times, so when you're faced with that, you can, you know, give yourself a sense of strength. The strength talks about, I feel like, because we're doing past life of all your lives, you know, all your lives. I feel like this is half person, half lion. Anyway, and listen, the Lovers is sharing that, so I feel like it's talking about both people. Um, okay, I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I love you. Thank you as always. I feel like I just did a reading, so you don't want to hear everything again, but I just want you to know how thankful I am for getting me through 2021. I really love doing these readings for you. I really do. And I really love that you know, even though these aren't my big readings, you know what I mean? Like, they don't, you know, they don't get 100,000 views. I still feel like they're so important to the right people. And that's really all I care about. So, thank you for doing your part. Thank you for your comments. Truly, thank you for your comments. Let me know what you think. You know, for some of you, I feel like you knew right away it's you. For some of you, it may have taken a while. But you know, it's like, oh, okay, It's making you think. If nothing else, it's food for thought. But boy, can I see the connection of a past life to this life. A lover's in the last, the lover's in this. And I want it. I miss it. I need it. Eight of Wands says, well, then put that out there. Mean it. Right? Mean it. Say, if I have, you know, if I have a soul, another soulmate waiting for me, looking for me, I am ready. I am ready. And I feel like, boom, the universe seems to answer, right? But first, I got to learn the lesson. And when I learn the lesson, I get the blessing. I love you guys. I'll see you next time at my table. Bye-bye.